Now you're looking at an Iowa-class battleship. It is fully loaded with a displacement of 57,256 tons. During World War II, it's definitely a behemoth. On this behemoth, hundreds of guns. Of course, the main thing is 3 huge triple 406 main guns. If you are randomly shot by these main guns, ordinary warships have to rest on the spot. There's no chance of a counterattack at all. But limited to the reasons of the technology at the time, it also has a maximum range of about 40 kilometers. And today, we're ready to challenge this behemoth. Of course, this challenge is not a dimensionality reduction challenge. It's a cargo ship loaded with 46 Type 5 guns. Let the cargo ship act as a simple battleship to challenge the Iowa-class behemoth. Cannonball carried by Type 5. Maximum range is about 50 kilometers. So, now for the accuracy of the projectiles fired from the cannon. The cargo ship has stopped sailing. Start aiming in place. 50 km away. Iowa-class battleship still in motion. This strike will use overlay strikes. As you can see, the muzzle of each Type 5 gun, the angles are all different. This ensures a high probability hitting a moving target. Then, after a short time of targeting, 46 Type 5 guns started firing shells one after another. Soon after a frenzy of strafing, approaching hundreds of shells, towards the Iowa-class battleship. Pre-fired shells has now reached the vicinity of the target, began to follow the surface of the sea, towards the Iowa-class battleship covering the past. And the Iowa-class battleship, after finding the shells approaching, soon the serpentine maneuver began. But it's too big. Steering isn't that fast. I still ate a lot of cannonballs to get out of the cannon. The bombing center of the bomb turned out. But these shells, Iowa-class battleship, didn't do much damage. Because the Iowa-class battleship, full body covered with thick armor. If it's not hitting a special area, it's hard to blow it up in a short period of time. This armor is definitely not a modern warship. And the Iowa-class battleship, after turning out from the center of the shell, Type 5 shells fired against a pre-target. It's all empty. As long as the Iowa-class battleship maintains irregular serpentine maneuverability. In this case, the Type 5 cannon is hard to hit. And this side of the Type 5 cannon, in the discovery of, after the Iowa-class battleship began its serpentine maneuver, I quickly changed the way I played. Began to follow the serpentine maneuvers of the Iowa-class battleship. Perform predictive shooting. In this case, the Iowa-class battleships are getting hit again. But compared to driving in a straight line, the odds of getting hit are still much lower. This situation, Iowa-class battleships can only continue to fire, maintain full-speed serpentine maneuvering, and quickly approaching our cargo ship. Soon after a quick drive, the Iowa-class battleship was heavily bombarded. Finally made it to 3 main guns, maximum range for firing projectiles, and then straight across the hull. Aim the 3 main guns at the position of our cargo ship. At this point, because our cargo ship is at a standstill, soon they were aiming for our cargo ship. 3 main guns for a total of 9 barrels, against a distant cargo ship. But also because the hull is horizontally, the Iowa-class battleship has been following. Converted cargo ship. Moving quickly with the Iowa-class battleship. Lots of cannonballs towards the Iowa-class battleship and quickly crashed into it. Plus, it's been critically hit multiple times along the way. At this time, Iowa-class battleship after firing artillery shells. The manager-in-chief finally couldn't care less. This kind of large-scale bombing, Iowa-class battleship totally destroyed. He was beaten and started a raging fire. Lost the ability to keep fighting. And just when the Iowa-class battleship was blown up. Previously, he fired 9 cannons at 40 km. And now near our armed cargo ship. Because the cargo ship hasn't moved, incoming battleship artillery shells very precisely hit the simplified version of the cargo ship. Battleship, because the cargo ship doesn't have any defensive armor, instantly exploded under the battleship's artillery fire. Type 5 guns in bulk on a cargo ship. They weren't spared from this wave of attacks. Exploded with the cargo ship and started a fire. This is the end of the campaign for today. Both sides are defeated. But the days of this shelling are over. This kind of battle can only be seen in the game. Then we'll see you in the next video.